Welcome to the Confessions of a Group X Instructor podcast. For group exercise junkies and enthusiastic classgoers, we'll explore and uncover authentic, thought-provoking, and heartwarming industry education and inspiration from entertaining, badass fitness pros. And now your host, creator of Warrior Rhythm, Warrior Strength, Warrior Combat, Warrior Revolution, and Warrior Kids Group fitness brands, Ellen DeWord. Here we grow.
Welcome, everybody. We are back with Kam Niskach for part 2 of our 2-part series. Last week, we talked about all things Beachbody gossip, how and why we think the Beachbody world collapsed, and how Kam resurrected herself out of the ashes and built her own company as CEO of K-Pow Nutrition. But today, we are going to talk about protein and pumping iron. Kam, hi, thanks for coming back.
I want to come back all the time. Like I miss you so much that this just feels good. It feels so good.
I know.
I'm so happy.
We literally just ended we're just full disclosure, we're recording these back to back and we did a little costume change. Oh, look at your cute little cropped little, that's so cute. I could have twinned with you. I have something like that. But anyway, we did a little costume change for you in case you're watching on YouTube. And tightened our ponytails and had a sip of water, and here we go again. So if you missed last week's episode, do go back and listen because A, it was a phenomenal episode, and B, it gives you a lot of background on Kam and who she is, and I'd love for you to have that backdrop as we dive into today's episode. Okay, all I know is that if we have muscle mass, we are harder to kill, that all-cause mortalities go down if we lift weights. I know that we, especially as women, are going to lose weight. Sarcopenia is the real deal. Personally, it's the top of 2025. One of my goals was to start lifting heavier. Tell us what we need to know, Kam.
Ellen, you just nailed it. You said it one, we need to be strong. I'm going to talk to women specifically. So if you're not a female here, maybe this episode's not for you. But women, we need to be strong for all the things. You need to be able to put your luggage overhead in the bin by yourself. We need to be strong. All-cause mortality does go down. That is a fact. Number 2, the sarcopenia is definitely real, especially for women in their 40s. Just as you age, it's a natural process of life. Decrease muscle fibers and it just goes down. And it's one of those things that is a very gradual and slow decline. But I'm going to talk about number 3. If you're somebody like me, maybe somebody like Ellen, maybe you haven't been strength training the right way. I know for me, I thought I was strength training because I was running classes that involved weights and moving them rapidly. Does anybody remember the rep effect? I know a lot of you do. A lot of the times rep effect is very much a cardiovascular activity.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what rep effect is.
The rep effect is like the old body pump way.
Oh,
do you remember they termed the rep effect because they wanted, because you would do 52 million.
No, I know. It was all endurance training. I know.
Oh, yes,
that is something. Sorry, we're talking on top of each other. I'm proud of us for only doing it now this is the first time we've done that. I just know it was total high rep, always low weight, high rep muscle endurance training. And I really appreciate that about both Warrior Strength and MetKon RX, that we've gone a different direction.
100%. So I do think that anytime maybe a female, I'm just going to generalize, did a class that involved a weight in their hand or a bar in their hand, they really thought they were strength training when truly it was a cardiovascular conditioning effect. A lot of the classes, a lot of the circuit boutiques that are very popular these days are actually truly conditioning cardiovascular, which I think is great. And I don't want people to miss the message here. We need to work our cardiovascular, our conditioning system, our metabolic system, but we also need there's a different system. It's called the musculoskeletal system. And we need to use resistance to make a change. So one of the big things is I've really been trying to encourage people to lift heavier weights. If you are not feeling fatigue, if you are not struggling by the end of your rep range, then that weight is too light for you. There also needs to be rest periods in your strength training program to help your body, to help your muscles recover, to go hard and ham again for that next set of work you do. My MetKon class is not what I would consider progressive overload strength training. It has a strength component with a cardiovascular conditioning edge. What I do during the week for my own PT personal training is completely different. So I lift different than I teach. And I really want women to start to embrace some sort of programming that's going to help you get stronger, time under tension, lower rep ranges, working at a weight that feels so challenging. If your rep range is 12, then 10, 11, 12 should be struggle with good form. I've learned to do lower rep ranges when I weight train. So maybe bicep curl is just a really good example. 6 reps is what I've been really working on. And my bicep curl these days are 25 pounds with reps 5 and 6, a complete struggle. And it is like veins popping out, but I am pinned down, elbows close down, not using any shoulder range of motion or momentum there, but really trying to get in that 6 rep max and then taking a rest and then come back. The philosophy that's different for maybe a lot of people.
That is so good. And I have to say, I'm feeling a little tiny bit convicted because I'm kind of that Group X girl. Not really, but yes, I am. Like, you are blowing my mind a little bit. I mean, my programming does allow, that's why it's the one program that's off the beat so that we can go heavy and do lower rep. And I say that. But all the weightlifting I do is while I'm teaching class. So I
actually 100% can feel you there. And I still believe my MetKon is a strength class as well. But I really educate people that if that's all they're going to do, I want them, you do not have to have a bro split throughout the week. You can truly do 2 full body days and get benefits. There's actually benefits in that. And I'm really
Wait,
big.
what do you mean? What split?
Like a bro split. A bro split would be like a chest and back day.
Oh, got it. Got it.
Thighs and
Got it. Got it. Got it. I just hadn't heard that term. Okay.
You don't have to bro split all the time. I've
Okay.
tried to simplify it
You
where
could do 2 full bodies, but is one enough or does it need to be 2?
I don't know if the research is there to support one. I think if you did supplemental training, like you and I know that a lot of our listeners and ourselves do, I do think it could check the box. I do know that like 2 good full body days are actually a little bit more out there.
So that's what you do personally. You do two full body days where
I don't. I'll share what I do personally for anybody that wants to take notes. Yeah. I actually do a push upper body day. I do a pull upper body day. I do a leg day. So that's my 3 lift days. Okay. So and then my full body day is my MetKon 60-minute class. And then I have a MetKon 45-minute HIIT class. So that's my training. So
tell me your schedule, like Monday through Sunday. Give me your 3, your push, your pull, your total body, and your MetKon days. What's your schedule like? Because by the way, people, everyone in the world wants to know what Kam does, what she eats, how she works out, and how we can look like her. Okay. We all want to know. So spill it.
Here's the juice. Full body Monday. I teach a 60-minute class. I count it as my strength training. I like to do
MetKon.
My MetKon class. I like to do a push day on Tuesday. So pushes a lot of time. So any of your push muscles, that's really focusing on the chest, the horizontal push. And so then that also involves what's the triceps or your pushes. So it's an upper body push day, a lower body pull day, hinges and rows. So that's where you're focusing on more of your rows. Another pull is your biceps. And then I do 1 full leg day. And then I teach a HIIT class, and I will share, I love me, either I do a swing day. So either I'm going to do my second leg day or a full body day. And I train 5 to 6 days a week because I need it and I like it and I am wired that way. It truly makes me happy. And then I do take my rest day, and rest days are important.
Yeah. So 1 rest day a week?
1 rest day for me.
And how much time, you said we need the recovery. If you're doing 6 reps and you good form and you can barely finish that 6 rep and by veins are bulging, then how long do you recover?
Depends on the programming. That's such a great question. If you're just doing bicep, 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 3 sets back to back to back, then you're going to need like a full minute recovery. And there's research to back that up. So 60 seconds is a long time for a group fitness instructor like you and I that like takes the clock. However, if you're doing like a superset style where you're doing the bicep pull, but plus you're doing a row in between, then you can cut down a little bit more on the rest period because you're using different muscles to superset.
It's funny. One of my friends just hired someone to help her build a butt. Like she's a bodybuilder. The person who was hired, they're both friends of mine. My friend hired my other friend to help her build a butt. And the one friend that's helping her build the butt is a bodybuilder. And so the one friend that wants the butt, both of them are probably going to listen to this episode, by the way. The one friend, she's like, it takes so long at the gym because there's so much recovery.
I love that she said that. And I'm sure, yes, that's awesome. That's a good programmer. And I'm sure she's doing hip thrust out the wazoo, like heavy hip thrust.
Okay. So, one more other question. And then I want to ask about protein. So if you're just doing like a upper body push day, chest and triceps, for example, that must not take that long then.
No, it's about, you can do it in like 30, 40 minutes.
Okay.
30. Yeah.
I
add on core at the end of my workouts. That's just my own training.
Do you listen to music? Do you listen to podcasts? What do you do?
100% need to blare hip hop radio. Like you need to put on what makes you feel good. I'm like early 2000s, 90s girl.
And do you do it? Are you like crack of dawn? Is this before the sun comes up or afternoon or what?
That's a fun fact of mine. I like to get a lot of my day and a lot of my work done. I'm a nooner. I call it that.
Me too. I'm a nooner too. That's my energy too. That's my,
I love being a nooner.
Me too. So. I'm so a nooner. I can't believe we didn't know that about each other. But, and then Kendall sometimes does working out with you, your daughter.
Oh, that's my newest passion is our youth sports program. So I've been able to involve myself in the community here where I live, and I'm training some high school teams, but now I'm also training my daughter, which is hard. She listens better to other people, which is fine, but she, we do get to train together, which is fun. She is a beast. The girl is squatting 100-pound goblet right now. And she's 13 years old. She's really learning the right way. And I'm really excited for her. I don't know how many sports parents are listening, but we're truly helping Kendall develop her strength and athleticism instead of going sport.
Oh,
because that strength and athleticism will help her throughout life and help her through sport.
It's so true. And just on the topic of building muscle and everything, and I am not ripped like Kam people and never will be, but I've been lifting weights since I was old enough to do so. And my husband, same. And so it does build a foundation that is so much easier to maintain. In fact, I don't love lifting. It's not a crazy passion of mine. I wish I could say that I'm passionate about it like Kam is. I'm not, but I'm so glad that I've always done it. I was like, if I could write a letter to my younger self, I'd be like, good job for always lifting. Because
you did. You were one of the very first P90Xers when it became a thing. Because you had great form. You could tell that was part of your background.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so important to health and longevity. But now tell us, we don't have much time left because we've been podcasting all day.
we love it. We want to just talk.
We're just going to do 7 episodes in a row with Kam. Okay. But tell us a little bit about the role of protein and amino acids and the timing, and how do you do that? Do you do protein before? Do you do it after? Do you do both?
Oh my goodness. Protein is the new king of everything. 2024 was the year of protein. And I'm going to just say 2025 teaser alert is the year of fiber PS, but we're going to talk about protein. We're going to catch up. So protein, if you I want you one day, I don't want you to become obsessed. I want you one day in MyFitnessPal or whatever app is free for you to track your protein. And I want you to see where you fall. That's all. Because how do you know what you need to increase or decrease if you don't have a marker? So I just want you to see what your number is. Don't tell me. It's probably going to be 80. You should be eating protein for your for your gram of ideal body weight. So say that you are 175 pounds, just for instance, but you want to weigh 150 pounds. Like that's your ideal in your brain. Like that's your goal weight. You should be eating 150 grams of protein. So now think in your brain, protein. Can you get 150 grams of protein in a day? That is the goal. And that has been coming research. And that's what's showing that's not only going to help keep you satiated, but it's also going to help your muscle recovery, your muscle growth. And that is, again, back to women and sarcopenia and losing muscle as we age. Like that is going to be the foundation for your structure. And that is going to complement your weight training. The timing, I'm not big on it. I still do fasted training just because that works best for me.
Oh, okay. You do. Yes, because you're an intermittent faster. But also don't forget she had I think we talked about that in the last episode, not this one, about the functional medicine doctor and the borderline pre-diabetic, which is insane.
Right.
So that intermittent fasting has been like a game changer for you. So you do your protein after.
I do most of my protein after. So for me, it's easy. I'm just going to share like 130, 135 is my grams per day. And I compartmentalize it. So like I do like 50 per meal. So I do 2 big meals a day. So I do 50 here, 50 here. And then I always have myself a protein shake or a snack. And I can share, like, if you haven't tried a barbell protein bar yet, they're really good. And they have 20 grams of protein in them. And I have a K-Pow shake of whey protein every day. So that's right there. I get in 46 grams, but I throw in collagen, which is 10. So I'm already up to 56. So you start doing like some girl math and you're subtracting it out of your day. So it's easier than you think. It's overwhelming at first, but once you start to just make little small tweaks in your nutrition, you can build your protein. For me, I base every meal around my big protein. It's a little meatheady. I kind of don't hate it. It's just the way I've always been too. I like myself some steak. I like myself some red meat. I like myself some chicken. And I actually don't enjoy seafood. I think it would make my life a whole lot easier if I like salmon and shrimp, but I don't. So I'm one of those cottage cheese girls, and I eat a lot of that. I eat a lot of Greek yogurt, and supplementation definitely helps as well.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. So do you go, if you are nooner for your workout, do you, so are you pretty fasted with the exception of like Bang and your collagen peptides and stuff?
Yeah.
So you do some supplements in that morning.
My back and my eating is like typically.
And then do you have a window that you eat within between?
It's not as structured as what it used to be. That's such a great question because people ask me it all the time. But if I had to say,
everyone wants to look like you.
If I had to say, I would say like I'm a good like 1 to 8er, like 1 p.m. to 8. I've learned to like kind of taper off in the evening. I think like the closer I eat to bed, the not great I feel, if that helps anybody. So I try really to shut it down at around 7, but I'm always having a protein shake or snack or bar in the evening.
Okay, so remind everybody where they can find you, where they can follow you, and discount on K-Pow Nutrition, and give us all your links. Tell us how we can find MetKon RX, all the things.
Yeah, so I am at Kam Fit DPT. I think that that's the best way to communicate with me. You can always hit me up and message me there on Instagram. I have a supplement company called K-Pow Nutrition, where collagen peptides and protein, whether it's whey or vegan protein, can help you hit your protein goals. And I have a discount code for you. That's Group X, and it's GROUP X. And I do teach a strength class that is virtual. It's online. Even if you are part of the warrior community and instructor, you do not have to teach MetKon RX. You can just come and take and feel a different kind of strength.
Absolutely. Training. I would encourage everyone listening to take a virtual class with you. How do they do that?
Yeah, so I have an app platform that's somble.com, SOM beachbody.com/Kam. Super easy. And I created a code for you. So hop on a live class. Your code is Group X, GROUPX. It's the same as the K-Pow code, but take a live class with me for free. Just feel the difference. All of my classes are recorded, so they're kept in an on-demand library, and it could definitely check the box for a full body day.
Awesome. I love it. And I encourage everyone to do so. Thank you so much for joining us for these 2 back-to-back episodes, costume change and all. I love you so much. Oh, wait, can you muster another confession? Or do
I do have, this is a really easy confession to me because people need to know that I was a cardio bunny. Like the confession is that I grew up a cardio bunny, and Kam Jams, my original Instagram handle name, is because of a dance fitness class called Kam Jams. Like, so I used to teach like dance fitness, and all I did was cardio, and all I did was insanity, and all I did was hit. Even though I understood and knew the background of weightlifting, as you shared, like you've always weightlifted, I actually had to learn to love it. So ex-cardio bunny here converted into now,
now you're a meathead. You're a meathead now, and it can be an acquired taste, so we can fall in love with it too. Thank you, Kam. Thank you, Kam, so much for joining. And everybody, make sure you share the episode, rate the episode, and go into the show notes to take advantage of all those links and discounts.
Thank you, you're with my West Coast bestie. I'm the East Coast bestie.
You're the East Coast. Thank you, East Coast bestie.
Thank you, West Coast bestie.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for joining in on the Confessions of a Group X Instructor podcast. If you're interested in becoming a warrior instructor, go to warriorinstructors.com. But if you want more and found this episode amazing, please give us a rating. And with a simple click to subscribe, we'll invite you back to our next episode. So remember, be brave, be bold, be blessed. And above all, listen, learn, love.